had fell asleep on the Riverwalk one afternoon, just dozed off, you know. But in that fraction of a second that I was asleep, man, I've seen hell. You know what I mean? How horrifying that is absolutely the most horrifying thing that you can imagine. And that was God's way of showing me that, look, if you don't stop what you're doing, if you die right now, this is where you're going. I had a good childhood. Went to church, you know, with my mom. I'd go to church with my mom. So I knew about God. Through my teenage years, you know, still prayed, but I didn't go to church, you know. And then I met my wife, you know, I was 18. And we had my daughter when I was 20. She was 5 months old, and she was perfectly fine. And then she died at my mom's house of SIDS. To be faced with one of your kids dying like that, it blindsided me. I found out a year after my daughter had passed, there was a girl in Jackson, Mississippi that had 5 kids. And she was going to prison. And she had one son that was almost a year old. Immediately fell in love with him, wound up adopting him, brought him home. You know, I'd take Daniel to church and she'd take him to church as he grew up, but me and him were together all the time. We hunted together, we fished together. He was my everything. When I came to New Orleans, I didn't have any intentions of living, you know what I mean? I was gonna get it over with quick. But God he wasn't gonna let that happen. Praise God. Then I would come into Mission to eat. Family, nobody knew where I was at, you know, I just left. So that night when I came in here to eat supper, I joined the program. I would have dreams about my son, but I'd wake up the next day and those dreams would crush me, man. But now when I dream about him, I see him in heaven. It makes me happy, you know, and that's God. That was God, you know, showing me that it was okay, that I'm okay, and he's okay, and it's gonna be okay. God speaks to me in a mighty way because he knows my pain, you know, he knows that. Because look at Jesus, man. God knows what it's like to lose a child. If I could love my son that much, man, you know what I mean? How much more does he love us? And I hope anybody that watches this, man, if you have kids, you know, don't miss a minute to share God with them. God ponders the heart, you know what I mean? He knows what's in my heart. My name is Chris, and I'm a child of God.